Hi, Josh here. Welcome to this week's Josh's JabGrab. Grab the jab before it hits you. I wanted to come to you today because a lot of people have been approaching me lately in regards to, being in a sales slump or in a rut, right? And that's very common, and I get that question all the time on, what do I do to get out of the rut and how do I be more consistent, right? Because most salespeople, their sales look like this, right? Down here, sales are slow. Then they get a really high, really big month. You could even say this in monthly, quarterly, annually. But, let's just say they're down here and then they're up here. Sales are really good, let's just say at the end of the month. And then, the next month, things are really slow and then they're back up to a big month. And that's very common, and probably most of you can relate to that. And there's a reason why. Right? Is because when you're down here, the biggest thing, that you're doing is what? Prospecting, right? So you're making your calls, and as you make your calls, right, things are going up, sales are going up, you're getting a lot of deals. And then when you get around here, that's because you're focusing all your time on actually getting transactions done or, closing sales. And that's why you're all the way up here. But when you're up here, what are you doing? You're slacking on actually being able to prospect and find more clients, which then results in going down, right? So how can you really just, be level, but, you kind of want to be in that direction, right? You don't want to, just stay level and do the same thing every month. You actually kind of want to see some progress. The biggest thing there is you just have to work a little bit harder while being able to still prospect and still be able to follow up and close those deals, right? So, some of the things that, would contribute to, it continuously rising without you actually having a slow month. Are you going to actually have a slow month sometimes? Yes. Unfortunately, that's life, that's sales. However, what you can do is you can actually work on the things that's actually going to drive in new business. And, one of the things that, I have done in my career, and I make sure that, my sales guys actually do, is make sure that they're on their time management. Make sure they're setting time for prospecting. Now, what is prospecting? It's as simple as this. It's not answering other phone calls. It's not focusing on other deals. It's not checking your email. It's not scrolling through Facebook. It's not sending a Snapchat with a nice filter over your face. It's actually prospecting. It's hitting the phones, searching the companies while you're calling them, and making sure you're hitting those clients, right? So you make sure you're hitting your prospecting, you're doing the prospecting. And then when you're following up, you're making sure that you're making quality calls, you're talking to the client, you're listening, you're asking questions, right? That's the only way that you're going to be able to continue to go up, is if you bring in new business, right? So you could continue, I know in a lot of industries, they have renewals and re-ups, and, in our industry, we have renewals and re-ups, right? And, you may have that feeling, wow, things are going great. But if you're looking at your month and everything's all renewals, right, you're going to, the inevitable is having this month. But if you're making sure that your new business is increasing while you're still doing those renewals, right, you got to make sure that you're going up. But if you don't consistently, prospect every single day, like if you looked at today or yesterday, and you looked at your day and you said, how much prospecting did you do? And if it's only 20% of the day, I know you're having these types of months, right? But guess what? We need to be up here, but we need to consistently get there so you're continuously on the rise month over month, quarter over quarter, and year over year. Thank you.